Tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the murk, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures. 3-course meals for dinners. 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different. Cause the bag is different.
This can't come out.
You ready, my guy?
Yeah, man. There.
My guy, this can't come out.
This can't come out, man. But it's gonna come out.
you know I've been stressing for the last couple of minutes. In fact, even to set up this whole thing.
Facts.
African Boy has relied on his expertise in the music industry.
Yeah, trust.
Recording all of these videos and stuff to help me out with the setup, man. How you feeling?
Good, man. We're pouring rosé into a water bottle right now.
Hey, times are hard, man. Listen, man.
Cost of living is, you know.
and that's why we're still in pilot mode. You see, that's why I still call them pilots.
Facts.
We haven't really got them to the level we're trying to get into. But you know what I'm saying?
With Casamigos.
Yeah, in due time.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you've been here before.
Yeah, man.
You were in the first studio.
Yeah. That was a nice studio.
And also you were basically in what I called because people think that I've literally started yesterday, innit?
Right.
There was probably around 50 episodes before I even released a soundbite.
Facts.
And one of the episodes I had, you already actually done it already.
Yeah.
So, for instance, there's a lot of key information that I probably... personally, I don't think it's going to be as good as the first one. You know why?
Right.
That one was an element of surprise. I didn't know bare shit.
It's organic, yeah.
But, however, obviously it could be better due to the fact that I do know some things, so I know what to ask you that's interesting already.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now, firstly, let's just go with, even though I know the answer to this, isn't it? One of the big things you're known for is the music. How do you start off in music?
Bro, that's a great question, man.
And speaking to the mic, just to make sure you're competing with the stupid loud voice that I've got.
Boy, how do we start? I think man started just making lyrics with a friend. Shouts out to Drastic. And I think I just naturally had a draw to music. Obviously, growing up, secondary school, started writing it in like just bars in class. Everyone spitting, so it's calm. And I think I just found my liking to it and found it as a way to have fun, express oneself. Then I used to perform in church, youth days. That was like, I think what really gave me the first stage and like talent shows here and there, but it was really like church, youth day, will take the stage. If you ain't down for Jesus, then what are you on, fam? What are you on? Rest in peace, Star. Me and him did a bad boy performance.
At church?
Yeah, man. Still on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Well, so this is even before I knew you then?
Yeah.
No, so you've known Don't Start from back then?
Don't Start from back then, yeah. It's funny actually when I think about it.
Oh, wow.
I kind of forget, yeah. We actually met in church. Actually,
wow.
I think, yeah, there was a link up.
What church? What area is the church in? Because obviously you're from West, he's from South. I mean, you're from South, he's from West.
Yeah, it's from like North. It was in, so yeah, it was weird that you come down. The church at the time was in Charlton. So yeah, Southeast. And then yeah, somehow, by some way, yeah, man, we were like on stage together, busting it down.
Well, so how old were you at the time?
Like 15, 16.
Oh, so is this before Lidl?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And this is before Stick Up as well then? Has to be before Stick Up, because Lidl came out way before Stick Up, Dodster.
Yeah, but when did Stick Up come out?
That came out while we were in uni.
Whilst we were in first year?
Yeah, when we were in first year.
It might have been...
But Dogstar was already, I think he was kind of famous. Didn't he do a thing with Diddy or something? He was kind of famous as a younger. Yeah.
When I met him, he already had that energy. So I'm trying to figure out, that was like before Stick Up. And I don't know if it was, maybe I've just released Lidl. Or, you know, like early times. I know it was before uni, before first year. So I must have been year 10 or year 11.
Okay, and then people saw...
Or maybe secondary school.
So you went to your church and there was a thing that they were doing in church and then you guys just linked up and it was you guys that collabed.
Shit.
That's calm, man.
Man,
Oh, he's trying to go...
Yeah.
Hey, you can speak to him and let him know, innit? It's calm, innit?
Hey, yo, Baba, Alpha. I'm easy, man. I'm easy. I was just I just needed a quick troubleshooting for a camera. I was just doing a podcast, but multi-shot out, so no, I love. Yeah, man, I thought you're the first name that come to, and I know you and the camera are like best friends, 5 and 6. No, I love though, my brother. All right, peace. Love. Yeah, man, I don't know how, it's a very interesting question, actually, man. I love this. Like, hey, just in peace, my bro, man.
Yeah, facts.
I really can't remember, but somehow we linked up. I know, like, we used to have like girlfriends that were best friends or do stuff. So I really don't know the genesis of how we linked up, but I was AB and that was Lagos Boy. And
but technically, you would have been 15. If you were 15, he would have been 13, innit? And you know, back then, that's a real younger vibe. Back then, anyway, innit?
Unless my time is construed and maybe I was in, because I released Lidl in college. So unless I was in college, which is possible, so I would have been like 17, maybe, and then he would have been, what,
15,
Yeah, which around that.
That still works, 15, 13 anyway, innit?
We're just brothers. But yeah, I forget that it wasn't Brunel that we started our friendship. That clip actually... Yeah, boy, back like, hang on, I was on stage with Dr. then in House of Praise.
Bro, how can you not remember that though?
No, I always knew.
What, is it the weed?
I always knew that happened.
Yeah, but you didn't know the timing it happened.
But I just didn't put together or give it thought.
So, but if anyone wants to ask you how you knew Dr., you would have said university before.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, possibly.
That's crazy. And I remember you were Afrikan Boy and he was Lagos Boy, innit? Yeah. So it was kind of like...
It was just a link up.
Yeah.
I just knew we had to link up and I knew him for doing his thing. I think he did the viral stick up stuff. Like the one on the street or just, into that scene, Sha.
Yeah, I remember that, bro.
Yeah.
I remember that, because I remember him coming into the university was kind of like a big deal. Apparently, Chipmunk was also supposed to come Brunel as well, innit?
Right.
That year. Yeah, so in regards to obviously one of your... Describe what your breakthrough in music was, really and truly, when you were realizing, this shit's getting kind of...
It's just getting kind of real. It was after one day I went to Lidl, man. After that started going viral properly, and I did the stuff with MIA. For those who don't know, a British Sri Lankan artist, activist.
In fact, before we get to MIA, let's talk Lidl. How did you make the song, innit? And talk me through the process of when you uploaded it. It would have been a MySpace type of shit.
Yeah,
thing,
it was MySpace, man. Shit, I still went on my MySpace account the other day. It's still there.
What? It's still there?
Still there.
Raw. How many views? So how many views did it get?
I'd have to check, bruv. But it's low-key, it's really still there.
What?
I just don't know the account details anymore to even log in.
So it's one of them. Oh, you don't even know the email you used.
No.
It would have been something stupid.
Some Magic One Smile or some old school thing I used to have, like.
Your tag name before.
Yeah, basically. Let me see. But yeah, that profile's still up there. Let me see. For posterity. Pick up MySpace. Yeah, still there, bruv.
Raw.
Afrogram.
And what does it say the views is?
The views? How do you check the views? Which one is the views?
I don't know. It should be like a play button or something that shows the amount of times that song's been played or something.
Oh, on Lidl one.
Yeah.
Let me even see, because they changed.
Because the way the virality of that song, it would reach me in North London. Before I knew the song before I knew you.
Right. Yeah, they got all my old school. I need to log in. They got tracks that I don't even haven't listened to. I've lost them. Like super, I've got tracks I've listened to, but I have to log in to see the views.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One day I went to Lidl, original MySpace version. I just can't see the views. I'd love to see that because that's the original.
Fam, yeah.
Fucking up. Like I realized after I made it, I knew what other tracks on there were doing. Like that was my first song that I put out. But I just kept checking, okay, Lidl's doing good. And then it would just be jumping like by thousands. And I'd be like, hang on, this ain't normal, Like this thing's actually like getting played, bruv. And then obviously you hear more and more people hearing about it, but it's before kind of phones like that. Phones are out, Bluetooth, but
yeah, facts, yeah.
Social media's there, but I can tell, I guess, by LimeWire, the downloads on LimeWire, because that will tell you how many things that got downloaded or how many computers it's on. yeah, that started to go viral, and it was around those times of me seeing the numbers really like pick up like day to day, just like, yo, this song is, people are playing this. Sometimes you just see the numbers, but you don't really clock. You're just young, innit? You're just having it for fun, so you don't clock. And I remember the day when I really deeped it, like, yo, bro, this thing just jumped by 1,000 plays. Like, that's not normal. Like, people are actually playing this thing. And then shortly after that, I'll be getting more messages.
From here?
Through some random people.
Oh, on MySpace?
MySpace. And then one of them was MIA.
Oh, wow.
Or her brother messaging on behalf of her. You pull it like in all capital letters. Yo, MIA needs you on an album in the next 7 days.
Did you know who MIA was at the time?
I didn't know who the fuck she was. I didn't know.
So how did you clock she was somebody of importance?
I went on a MySpace page.
Is it? And what was it?
I went on a MySpace page like, okay. And
Paper Planes, did they exist? Did the song exist?
No, that was created after. No, the song existed because the album was going to be finished. So yeah, it had existed, but obviously we hadn't done the remix. But the album was pretty much almost done. And then they had figured out that, they'd heard this African boy talking about shoplifting in Lidl and immigration. They want to put him on this track.
Okay.
Obviously nothing to do with grime. It was like wasn't even solid hip hop like that. It was just like alternative kind of vibe. So I was thankful I was creative enough, like in that version of me, open enough to be like, okay, this ain't what we're listening to on ends, but something different. I listened to her voice and it kind of reminded me a bit of like Lady Sovereign or maybe early Lily Allen type, or just like any
unapologetically British vibes.
Yeah, sort of, but maybe the tone of her voice as well, because I've maybe heard different examples of females on choruses or female voices on choruses merging with like rapping. I was like, okay, this is weird, but this could be one of them quirky ones. You know what I'm saying? Then I checked her top friends because MySpace was all about you have your 5 top friends on your profile. So I saw Timberland was on her top friends. And I said, okay, anyone, me too, I can put Timberland on my top friend. Let me click on Timberland's profile and see if Timberland rates you. She was on Timberland's top 5 friends. I said,
wow.
On Timberland's official page. I said, eh. I said, okay, I'll do it. So I did it authentically based off 2 things. Authentically based off me thinking that the collaboration of her voice and my rapping style
work well together.
It would be weird, but it would work, like, and this is actually like a serious artist who's doing, like serious things. So,
how long had the Lidl been out before she reached out?
I wasn't in uni. Well, obviously I wasn't in uni yet. Maybe a couple of months,
So what was the energy that you're receiving on ends for the song?
That's a great question.
Because it's interesting because the song was more famous than you were at the time, innit? In regards to, because obviously it isn't how it is now.
Yeah.
It was a case of the audio. Everyone would have heard the audio.
It is as famous for more famous.
People might not even know what you look like. Funny enough, there was a guy at my workplace,
Right.
He is gassed that I know you personally.
Right.
Yeah, he's gassed.
Right.
I was like, oh, yeah. One of my, because in fact, it was when we was about to do the first one. I was like, yeah, basically, I'm going to link my boy, interviewing my boy.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what does he do? He's music. This is me. Oh, yeah, but he probably won't know of a minute.
Right.
This guy's probably about, 29 years old.
Right.
White boy.
Yeah.
For Menfield.
Right.
This me. What's his name in it? And it's funny. Your name is a funny name for somebody that doesn't know you.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It sounds like
come on, man.
Yeah. It sounds like It sounds like a joke, essentially, isn't it? So I was like, oh fuck, man, African Boy. This is him. What? One day I went to Lidl. This is me, raw. This is him. You know African Boy.
Right.
This is me, yeah.
Yeah.
This is me, yeah, man. It's my boy, look. Show them my phone. Look, he follows me. Yeah. And so, yeah. So I'm thinking, so what was the energy around...
You know what? It's a great question. Because of the virality and the nature of viral, I remember, obviously I had an old lyric, grime lyric, that used to go... It's no shame that I show up at Lidl. Buy one, get one fee straight from Lidl. And I used to just get a reload. So one day I went to Lidl, was me trying to bring back that bar.
The reload energy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But to just recreate it. It hit. And I think it was just, everyone loved it. Although I cannot remember the specific energy on ends, maybe because I was moving around so much. So And because it became so viral and so kind of known quickly, I just know if there was any energy, people loved it. And it's like, yo, you're the one that made... One day I went to Lidl, you know, people would tease me with it and do stuff like that. But then shortly after, I would do other things. And I think it was more in that short space of like 2006. Next year is actually the official 20th year anniversary of One Day I Went to Lidl.
Next year?
Next year.
Oh, wow.
2006. Crazy. But shortly after that, I was in uni. And by the time I was in first year, everyone that I met that found out I did the song said, you're a legend. And it felt like the song had been out for time. In reality, it had only been out for a year. But I was a legend already in uni.
And it's crazy. It's funny because even though I knew the song, obviously, in fact, obviously this can't come out fashion.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to ask, how do we know each other in it? How do we know each other in it?
We went to Brunel University. We got the Brunelians. They already know what time it is. And on the first night of freshers, first night of me moving into Brunel, I was in Mill Hall, yeah? Man just says that there was a madness on campus, like some shit went down. I was thinking, in my head, I'm in uni, you know, I left the ends to avoid all this nonsense that's about to be happening, but I also chose to go to Brunel. And yeah, lo and behold, this guy was involved somehow. That's how we met still. That me was just mad energy, bro. Just high energy, Tottenham. To this day in my phone. It's mad high energy.
What, same as Tottenham's there?
Yeah.
All right.
Nah, bro, I had to go through bare numbers of yours to find which one is actually your number. I need to delete all the old ones.
Facts. But you know what's crazy? Like, sometimes what happens is an old number creeps back up again, innit? Right. Because like, right now, the phone I'm using, the WhatsApp anyway, is an old WhatsApp. Yeah. But because I cracked my current mobile phone screen, right, I put my SIM in the old phone. Okay. So now I'm using my old number again, innit?
Number on the WhatsApp.
Some people clock. When you keep all the dummies that have previously been there, right, then you realise, oh, right, he's recycling these numbers, isn't it? That's what's happening.
Go ahead, then.
Anyway, I say that to say, basically, so when I met you in a Brunel, the vibe, I didn't realize how big the tune was until I was with you in it. Right. And not even just the tune. Right. At this point, I didn't realize how big you were in it. Pause in it, yeah.
Big pause.
Until I started hanging around with you. And then it was one of them ones. I started going to some of your shows and I'm like, this guy, well, everyone's kind of like, like a lot of the students at the time, they would be living on student loan and stuff, isn't it? You are over here collecting $3 bills, 6 bills.
Yeah.
To do, So I was like, oh, right, shit, there's a market for this. And also, at the time as well, because I do events, I know how much people, the people that are considered big in the scene, how much they were getting paid at the time. Right. And the fee that you were demanding was, if not more, or on par with the people that were considered big in the hip-hop grime scene of the UK, innit? Right. And I was like, all right, fucking hell, so this is levels.
Yeah. I think a lot of people had that experience. I think that was the beautiful thing in uni. I think uni is, because I made Lidl, but ends was still a bit choppy, and I think I was definitely known for it, but also known on the ends as just being AB anyway. But the MIA stuff then took me on a different trajectory. I opened for Prince before I got to uni. I sang One Day I Went to Lidl in the O2 Arena in 2009. Like...
You opened for Prince. I feel like we have to dwell on that one.
Let's just tell her that one for a second.
You opened for Prince. How did that feel?
It felt weird, man, because it wasn't necessarily like I was a Prince fan, like, or knew his music like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I knew that I knew there's somebody called Prince. I knew that Prince and Michael Jackson were always like, you know, that's what I knew from my parents. Like, I would say, Prince, oh yeah, everybody, Prince is a bad man. So I always knew that they were two, you know, almost like Batman and Superman or something. Like, which one is better or which one is more popular or whatever. But yeah, man, I just got the call from MIA. We were touring heavily at that time. And she had the opportunity to open for Prince. And she said, yo, you want to come down? And that was one of the few shows. Because obviously I'm on 2 of her biggest songs. So, you know, people love Hustle because I'm on there. A lot of people discovered me on that Hustle track. And obviously the Paper Planes remix. But it was one of the few shows that I got to perform. One day I went to Lidl and perform just my own stuff.
How'd that feel?
Amazing, because I got to open for Prince. You know
But I'm saying, did people know it in the crowd as well?
I don't think so. It was O2 Arena, so big. And obviously your openings, people were still coming in, but there was still a lot of people there. And I just got a phone call from my boy, actually. Big up Anthony. He was working in the O2.
And Yemi as well, I think, innit?
I think Yemi messaged me. I can't remember. But I remember Anthony Shaz. He's a dentist now, bad man. And he said, yo, they're playing your song in the O2, you know. One day I went to Lidl, bro. That's big, bro. Like, Prince is performing tonight and they're playing it. I said, bro, no, it's actually me that's singing it. It's not that. He said, rah. Yeah, that was dope. I think that's a moment that never truly sunk in until moments like this when I actually say it and I'm like, fuck, I can actually say that I opened for Prince.
Now, were you getting groupies during this time, you reckon?
I don't think I was really focused like that.
Okay. Did you get any groupies whatsoever during that period of time? Or what do you reckon groupie life was like?
What, touring?
Did you attend the Diddy party, basically, as well?
No, baby, just share butter.
You said no, baby, just share butter.
You know, yeah, I mean, you know, like, there's always going to be moments, but just in a different headspace. I mean, I'm talking like the more earlier times. I remember being on tour and I think I broke up from a girlfriend. I remember being on tour having this weird feeling of like, you're on tour having these amazing feelings, but you're also feeling heartbreak. But you're also on tour.
Why'd you break up with her? Or what? Did she break up with you?
I can't even remember, man. Most of them I remember. I can't remember this one, you know.
Is it? So you don't even know if it was your fault or if it was their fault?
I don't actually know. It could have been her fault, low key. I think she was moving mad still.
And then you just had to break up with her?
Actually, that's what it was. She was moving mad. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. She was moving mad. I had to duck her out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She'll know it. If she comes on the podcast, she'll talk her truth.
Is it? But do I know her?
No.
No. Okay, cool.
No.
How is she doing these days? Have you seen her since?
I have, you know, and she's calm. She's calm.
You didn't want to rekindle?
Nah, she's married with a litter of her own, man. She's like doing
With a what? A litter?
of her own, you know. Yeah, she got a couple of them, innit? Yeah, no, she's doing her thing, man. Big her up, man.
Did she say, how are you, baby?
Yeah, man's AB.
And you hugged? Did you guys
I see her.
When you saw her, did you hug?
Physically in a while, man.
Oh, you saw her online, basically?
Yeah, we just catch up on, online, that was the last time. Had a weird moment, though.
Is it? Like what?
I was online with her, I think maybe like on like Bigo, when maybe during lockdown.
Okay,
like this app people use, it's sort of like the same base as TikTok where you can get gifted for being on live, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I used to do my live shows and da-da-da-da. And
what, you were getting paid?
Nah, small things. Yeah.
How much is small things? Me, I'll take £50, you know?
You know, it was...
Wait, so on TikTok now, if I go on TikTok live now, they can be paying me?
Absolutely.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Wait, hold on.
Absolutely.
So right now...
Right, and listen.
What are the requirements?
You might have a certain number of followers.
How much is that? I probably have that.
Maybe like 100 or something. You probably have
100?
Something like that.
I'm on the big 5,000 now, guys.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Nothing. Of course now. You definitely now.
What?
You're going to be verified.
This makes so much sense. Bro, there's so many niggas that are
I have to start focusing more on TikTok. TikTok is... I'm just naturally, I gravitate to Instagram. But TikTok is where it's at.
What?
In terms of the monetization of
So
everything.
I go on live now, and then what? How much money can I be making off of this?
Like every time people go on DJ AD's thing, you know, you see like the little crowns that appear on people's videos. That's people gifting.
What?
So you were like, I mean,
and how much is the crown?
Specifics of I've never looked at the specifics, but I know that things like Bigo, that's where they kind of borrowed the model. I don't know who came first, right? But it's more like the Chinese people, that's where they kind of brought that model in. Instagram now do it a little bit.
Wait, so
give through Instagram as well.
If you send the crown, does that money come out of their account and come to you?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Out of the actual, so they have to pay for the crown.
They have to pay for the emoji, yeah, to like gift you. Yeah, so you know, if you feel like on like Bigo, you can send a girl a rose, or girls will be sending you dragons, which are these big elaborate emojis that will appear on your screen, but then they also translate to money, and obviously, so that's the exchange.
What?
And I'm saying, yeah, man.
Hey, come, I need to. You know that's what I'm saying, boy.
And it's everything. So for me, TikTok is where I want to really start. In my head, it's like TikTok first. I don't follow it right now, but that is what it should.
Yeah, are you on TikTok currently?
Yeah, I'm on TikTok.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but just literally all my content should be on TikTok first, then bring it to Instagram.
Okay.
Because that's where it's at. And, you know, they support longer videos. You can just chat. You can just, you know, all this content. You know what I mean? You got a great number of followers on there already, bro.
What? That's so Live? What? I need to start going on live. It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, why haven't you been on DJ AG?
I have.
You have? I haven't seen it.
You've not seen it?
I ain't seen it.
That's crazy.
Do you know why? I said you should have... I haven't seen it, but you know what's crazy about that? Because I remember there was a set that you did, with DEE, I think it was a uni house, innit? With Temper T, DEE.
Yeah.
That set was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Me of that. That was one of the few times I got to be in that environment with MCs that I rate. And shut it down.
And I'm saying, and that's the same energy that DJ was, AG.
Yeah.
That's the same vibe that he brings, isn't it?
Facts.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking. Nah. Yeah. I need to go on TikTok. So obviously you mentioned going on, what's it called? Or in the O2 with Prince. Now also, you've done Glastonbury as well, innit?
Yeah, many times.
Many times?
Yeah, many times, man.
How many times have you done Glastonbury?
I don't have count.
No way.
Yes, way. I don't have count. I've been Glastonbury a couple times.
So if I say 3, you can be like, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah.
If I say 4, you can be like...
Yeah.
5?
Maybe 5's the limit. Yeah. But
5? About
times.
Between 3 to 5 times, you reckon?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What? That's cold.
Yeah, man. In the muddy days and the sunny days.
So anyway, describe what Glastonbury was like.
Oh, Glastonbury was dope, man. Particularly the performance with MIA. I mean, I did it with a couple different bands. Big ass fields, usually muddy as fuck. But everyone's just there for the vibe. I always love festivals because the stage vibrates and it's just a different energy. It's just a totally different energy from normal shows that you do. Like you even make your set different when you know you're performing at a festival. You want to create that experience. But Glastonbury, honestly, just like most other festivals, maybe it just has a bit more production. You've got like BBC reporting it. But yeah, it was calm, man. I mean, I did a lot, so it doesn't really feel like it was mad.
I remember, I think you described the first time you went, how it just looked like a never-ending sea of individuals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going on stage to that many people, thousands, it's a cold feeling, man. There's so much freedom in it as well because you've got a whole band and I'm performing with, MIA and the full production and, you get to just like even relax even more and enjoy it. It's just the freedom of it and just getting used to the
How do you not take cocaine?
Take it all in.
How do you not take cocaine?
Oh, my dad said don't do cocaine.
Fam, because you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking in terms of that feeling, of doing that must feel so addictive and so adrenaline filled.
Yeah. People get addicted to that feeling, man.
What?
Keep facing it. It's definitely food for me. It's definitely, it has that addictive quality, especially when you got to come down from that world and do like normality stuff, like go shopping and be at home and you're like, I was just on stage being admired by thousands.
Yeah, how did you do that as well? Because I remember, in fact, one time I actually followed you to, I think an interview that you did, or it might have been a show you did, but after the show, you had the interview.
Yeah.
And then basically what you said, because you were going to university and you were still being African Boy, innit? And I remember one time you must have told the interviewer, there's some white woman in it, you were like, you said, what do you say? Basically, the only way you're going to quit university is if you was to get 2 number 1s, isn't it? That's
I remember saying that.
So in terms of, so how did it feel in terms of juggling music? You're on, like for instance, you must have, at one of these times you're going to the O2 doing Prince and you're coming back to lecture the next day, isn't it? So what was that balancing act like?
I was second year I was doing that. Difficult at times.
Like sometimes when you're like, fuck uni, man.
Yeah, especially when MIA did the Grammys. Where she was on stage with Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, when she's no one on the corner has swagger like us. So the whole hip hop community sampled Paper Planes. Like, people don't understand. There's rappers that they've heard my lyrics. Do you know what I mean? They've listened to the song. Like, I'm on a Lil Wayne mixtape somewhere and I'm definitely on the 50 Cent mixtape somewhere. Because when they remixed Paper Planes, they kept my verse on there, particularly 50 Cent's one. Remember MIA messaging me saying, yo, you want a song with 50? What the hell do you mean I'm on a song with 50? What do you mean? 50 who? Naira? What do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Sent me the link. 50 Cent's remix of Paper Planes. They kept my verse on there. So that means the studio recording, and that's what they released. So yeah, I've had some dope realizations. But I really wished I went to that Grammys. But I think it was uni was also like it was time to do work. So it was a bit like it couldn't happen.
What, so you were invited to go to the Grammys?
I wanted to be invited.
Oh, okay,
I was trying to, yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't a case of you were invited and you said...
tour. I think we just came back off doing some bits.
Mm-hmm.
No, we'd come back. But yeah, I wanted to go anyway, Sha. I was like, I wish I was there. But you know, when I went to Brooklyn to do Paper Planes with MIA, it wasn't to do Paper Planes, we went to do a couple of shows. And then she asked me if I want to extend. So moments like that is when you have to balance, because I'm like, hell yeah, I'm fucking extending. But also it's like, okay, cool. That's a week extra that I'm not, you know what I mean? In uni, I got to catch up on, do you know what I mean? Certain things. So it was a difficult balancing act, but I did all right. I came out with what I needed to come out with. But that extension, that extra week is when now she shot Paper Plane's music video that I was in and da-da-da-da.
I remember. By the burger truck.
Yeah. And we recorded the remix in her apartment in that week as well. That became the iconic remix. So it was, it was dope, man.
I remember that video, fam. Fam, that's hilarious, bro, because in terms of during that period, I'm not even sure if your swag, I'm not sure your swag had changed per se, because you always used to wear like bright colors and shit, innit?
Yeah.
But you were very, very experimentative with your swag. Like you didn't mind wearing any, what, did you have a stylist or anything?
Have a what?
Did you have a stylist?
No, not at that time. I was just doing me. And I think touring with MIA and working in and going to different countries and traveling on my own just broadened my horizons of like my own perceptions of myself.
I remember the gang that she was rolling with in that video. They looked very, very colourful.
It was very, very colourful. And I'm in my head thinking, you know what? This ain't the end shit now.
You can't just be wearing all black around these people.
You know, but you know what? It allowed man to be free, man. Because like you're coming from ends and it's like you gotta be like this as a black boy, or you gotta be like this as an African, and you gotta like, you know, we're very kind of regimented. So when I'm in New York with big rubber foam gold chain on me, I had these glasses, but the real ones that my gave me, you know, and just being African boy in freedom in that realm of, you know, where she's in, it definitely kind of made me open up myself and realize that I don't have to be confined to where I came from. Like I can actually grow past that. So that's when I started embracing like, you know, I'm different. People in uni, you like ain't fucking been to Glastonbury. You like ain't fucking been to where I've been to. So it's okay that you're not gonna perceive.
But even with your vibe was very much, everyone knew, like, it was like superstar vibes, isn't it?
Yeah, I always had that energy. I think, again, because in my head, I'm carrying where I've come from. A man that's been in the O2 Arena, I've been in Glastonbury, I've done Coachella. And, you know, I've had Most Def rap my lyrics to me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I've had like, you know, I've done some amazing things. So in my head, I've always kind of carried that. But then I'm still, you know, I'm AB, like I still want to mingle and I still want to be with my peers and, you know what I'm saying? Like with the man them. So I think it was always special when I'd have like, you would tell me, do you record the shows that we went to or you know, various people? Because that is, I think those were the times where people close to me really got to see. Because it's hard for me to translate what I'm really on. No one knows, you know what I'm saying? If people knew, they knew, but it's also hard to translate and to quantify it because it's like, but we don't see you on Radio 1 Extra now.
And it's crazy. And it's one of those ones, isn't it? It'll be us, because I remember even, because obviously I'm not really sure in regards to like the politics of like South London. The areas, but I know for some reason, Woolwich, Thamesmead and Charlton, they're kind of connected.
Yeah.
Somehow, innit?
Close.
So I don't even know,
All neighbouring.
And I remember they basically, people that knew about music, they were saying that in terms of, at one point in those areas, you were probably one of the biggest things to come out of those eras. Yeah. And I remember there was a period where they didn't know who was bigger between you and Tiny, innit?
Right. Yeah.
And I remember during the period I knew you, bear in mind, this is a pre-pass out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Pre-pass out.
Facts.
There was a point where people would consider that you were bigger than...
I was doing some big stuff, yeah.
Well, one could say that because you were doing the Prince shit, you were doing Glastonbury, innit? You were on a song with MIA, innit? So at one point you were actually bigger than Tiny, innit? Which is a huge thing.
Because it just went from like, is that not Afrikan Boy on, you know, like sharing the same stage with Dizzie and stuff like that. And yeah, I almost worked with Tiny's management company, actually. but it wasn't the right fit. But yeah, no, that would be the case. That was the case. In that moment, there was a lot of dialogue because they wanted to work with MIA as well. And they had like a dope record that they wanted to run. So they're reaching out to me to try and make that connection.
And this is before Pass Out?
Yeah, this is explicitly before Pass Out. Tiny had a record called Biker Babes, I believe, that was ready. It was just in that era of like electro, cheap deep electro, you know, that funky era of grime that we all ushered into. So we had that record ready, you know, like post Tinchy Strider, you know what I mean? Just those records. It was gonna do good for what the music industry was. I was doing stuff at MIA and just, you know, was already now on like a major level. And literally, I remember people from the camp literally asking me, how did you do this? Like, how is this possible? People were actually perplexed. So what you're saying is very true. But then shortly after...
What was you when you heard Pass Out?
Pass Out, eh?
Where was you when you heard Pass Out? Do you remember that?
I think it was all in uni. Was it uni when it came out? First year?
Yeah, it was I think first year going into second year, innit?
I remember, because obviously I've had privy info, just knowing more closer, and I'll be working with, you know, I used to be in and out of Disturbing London studio where it used to be on the ends. And so when I heard Pass Out, I was like, oh shit, they didn't go with Biker Babes. Because they had the video and everything where I touched. I said, rah, this thing, and I heard the sound. The sound is completely...
Yeah, that labyrinth.
Biker Babes was like the end of an era. It was good for that, you know, they lined it up, but the labyrinth link up.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Fam.
Even me hearing that. Come on, bro. That
production was crazy.
It was... The Biker Babe was here. That production, we know, it ushered a new sound into the UK. We hadn't heard it. It sounded like high definition.
Yeah, it was a weird...
Yeah, we bring the stars out.
Executed it. Perfect execution.
See the execution. Tiny's always had great execution. Works hard in the studio. Like, he works hard to perfect.
Even when you go back to his old grime shit, like from all of the things that he's done, it seems like the execution seems on point.
His execution, he works hard, especially him and the producer, big up Richie Montana, man. They spend a lot of time perfecting the bars and making sure stuff hits. And when you listen to his lyrics, you can hear the mechanically, you know, not processed to make it artificial, but it's really selected and really like thought about his audience, his target. He stays true to himself. But Pass Out was just clean. It was perfectly executed. Man.
Now, what do you reckon in terms of, in your long journey in music, what do you reckon has been, I can name a couple of your highlights, you reckon? When you're like, sometimes you're like, you know, Lord, thank you for making me experience all of this, innit? You can name all of the shit you've already named, innit? But I just want to know if I'm missing anything, innit?
Okay, so we'll put it up there. I remember telling a friend, he's a teacher of mine, super Prince fan, just casually said, oh yeah, open for Prince. She locked the phone off of me. She said, what the fuck? I said, who the fuck? How? I said, what the fuck? He's like, huh? What do you mean? You're just casually dropping that? Like, you high or something? You know what I mean? Like, so that has to be a highlight because I forget, you know, for me to even say it, I'm like, are you sure that's true? I'm like, yeah, it's really true. I can say that with chest. That would be one. Performing back in Nigeria, not for the first time, but the second time in 2002, 2001.
2002?
Yeah, 2001. Yeah.
You performed Nigeria 2002?
Yeah. No, 2001, I think. On New Year's Day, 2000.
What, before you were African Boy?
Sorry.
I was like, no way.
2021.
Oh, yeah, cool.
2021. That was special because I felt really comfortable being back home. I'd grown. I performed back in 2014 as well. But this time around, I got to perform more of my more recent material. I have a track called God is a Nigerian, like a punk rock track. I'm really in my rock star bag when I do that one. People will say, this guy's really actually he's a rock star. And when I performed that track in Ikoyi in Nigeria on New Year's Day with two other artists who were also performing, three other artists, Afro Not Zoo, Demi Gosh, and Ade, who was orchestrating the whole thing. I think I performed last, and I did that song last, and people left the studio that we performed in. I can just hear people just saying, God, he's in Nigeria. That track is hard. Just the whispers. But that meant so much to man because I got to finally perform something that I feel is authentically me as an artist. Like just being raw. Almost like when I did Kunta Kinte on stage in uni. I always recall that performance. I was speaking about it the other day because that performance meant a lot more than, do you know what I mean, that I might let on. But that performance in Nigeria was really important because it felt like I was giving back to the motherland. The artistry is to heal, is to create higher consciousness, is to pass on messages, stories, is to evoke emotions. So I got to perform art for my people. You know what I'm saying? I've dominated Europe. A lot of the Afrobeat artists are trying to now dominate Europe and do festivals and do Glastonbury. And we don't do that one tire. I've perfected the art of rowing that crowd. I'm not worried about that. And that's even old catalogue, let alone new stuff, more new stuff. So it just keeps getting tighter and tighter. The catalogue is pretty dope. Actually, when I look back at my catalogue, I'm like, fuck, this is my shit. Like, you're the artist. Sometimes it feels like a disconnect. But there's so much work and so much life has been lifing. When you take a step back, it's like, because Lidl, I can do a whole show and not do Lidl. And when I do Lidl, it's like an encore. I see it in people's faces. They're like, the two African boys, this is the guy that did Lidl. They just had a great show. Lidl is like a bonus track. But it's fucking one day I went to Lidl's, not just any old bonus, you know what I'm saying? An hour-long show. And I see people's faces like, that's the guy. Afrikan Boy is the guy. So I like that. I've had to build my career. But that performance in Nigeria was a special one because it was like about giving back to home, like spiritually. I got a lot of energy from that trip, a lot of spiritual just energy, just that's the best way to put it. So it felt good. Another highlight is having my children know me as an artist.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was always like a dream. Like,
how did they find out?
I'm an artist now.
I mean, they just, where's Danny go? I'm going to studio.
Yeah, that's it. There was nothing to find out. I guess from their perspective, Daddy's always been an artist. I've played my songs when they were in the womb. I sent my son recordings of him when he was a baby, recording with me in the studio. He's like, oh shit. So they just know me for that. But it's a beautiful thing. If we're in the car driving, they're like, Daddy, let's listen to your music. And
that's a vibe.
Around like it's karaoke.
That's a vibe.
That, for me, is probably one of the most important like accomplishments because I've always said, when I have kids, I still want to be an artist. Obviously, in time when you make these things, the time might seem construed like I'm going to have kids when I'm 30, but I had them when I was like 25. But the things that I pictured doing were exactly what I visioned. You couldn't guess when the actual time was, you know, but in reality, this is the time. So it takes me a while to realize you're actually living in these dreams and in these, you know, wish fulfillments that you wanted. So having my kids know me, singing my song, they're going to join me on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff means a lot.
Have they joined you on stage before?
Yeah. I've had my son on stage. Coco, not so much. But yeah, soon come. Yeah, man. So yeah, moments like that. And what else is a good moment? Filling up Reading Festival 2010. People still remember that performance and comment on it. I brought Jazim with me, Jay, to that show.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's the first time Jay got to see Raw. I think that's the first time I even got to see Raw. So I did the MIA stuff now. I'm very confident doing shows, getting more of my own bookings as AB now, putting out more music. Get this booking to do Reading and Leeds Festival. You do both of them, they're a couple of days apart. Get to Reading Festival. Dizzie Rascal had I bucked Dizzie a lot on tour. And obviously for me, that was really dope. Again, knowing that.
And he knows you.
Yeah, 100%. And knowing that like, I'm about to go on stage next and Dizzie Rascal's just come on. I watched this guy on before I go to school and, you know, it's Dizzie Rascal, man.
And this is the period where no one can actually see him because he's too gone in this moment.
Too gone. Too gone at this time. Like, the masterclass of watching Dizzie shut down shows, masterclass. If someone's really learned the festival king to a T, Aye. Don't give Dizzie Rascal that mic, bro. He will shut it down. His catalogue is too crazy, man. His catalogue is crazy.
And that's what tends to happen as well. Like when I clock that because what happens is there's guys that get traction on ends.
Right.
And then they have to perform their songs.
Right.
And then they go on stage, there's a guy singing blah, blah, Black Sheep.
Right.
But it's going off in the festival.
Yeah.
Because they've done it so many times that they know what Guan. And then people have seen what Bar Black Sheep has done. And they can't go into the studio no more and make that old music no more. Because their brain is on what Bar Black Sheep has done, innit? So now when they make a song,
you need to enter.
Yeah.
And we saw when Dizzie, he ate all that up. Tiny as well. Tiny as well. They ate all that up. I mean, there's a price, I think, to play artistically when you kind of do that, but that's to each artist to kind of tether. But those moments, but Reading Festival, so I get on stage, think Dizzie's just come on or he comes on after me. But so those were also kind of like highlights to know that my name, you know, like Afrikan Boy, then Dizzie Rascal. How can somebody tell me I've not made it? Like the hell?
What, just after you as well?
Yeah, literally, I'm performing I think Splash Festival. He came on after me at Splash Festival. There's a big hip hop festival in Germany. Big hip hop festival. Anyway, when I started the set, Seth Combo, big up Seth, he was my DJ for that show. The tent was empty. Right? And, you know, there's a bit of a festival art where you got to understand, you know, crowds are moving. So sometimes you got to pace your set. Advice for younger artists doing your thing. Pace your set. And if it's not fully full, pace it. Understand the tent might not be full. Don't put all your bangers at the start of your set. Or even if you do, be prepared to have to reload it when more people come. When people hear that, it seems like this person is playing, you know, so you got to warm it up. Play enough music that gets people and then warm it up when the crowd is there. But anyway, without knowing that them times there, I've did my MIA stuff. I'm in my own festival booking. Feel a bit more exposed because now you're not with the £1,000 production, Kinikon. You're just you, boom, DJ, back to your own essence, but still with that confidence of I've did all this stuff. By the beginning of the set, the stage was empty. And I was probably doing warm-up songs. By the time it came to Lidl, and by the time I think probably reloaded it so many times, but by the time we got through to reloading it to really performing properly, the tent was so full. Big tent. Again, they put big names in that tent, so big crowd. To the outside of the tent. We have it on footage. To the outside of the tent. I still read those comments. Say, Afrikan Boy, we saw you at Reading. We were there to witness it. The first time someone threw a Lidl bag on stage as well. And I was singing it. The tent was going mad. What? That was my moment. Anytime I look back at any artist doing great things and the devil wants to try and make you feel envy or whatever, you just remind them that I've had my moment. And many more to come when I really enjoyed my...
Well, sometimes do you get... what's the word I'm looking for? Sometimes you look at the success of the younger lot now, because obviously now, and it seems as though they seem to be throwing a lot of money around in it to musicians. I'm not sure if the word's envy, but sometimes are you a bit bitter, let's say, when you're thinking, yo man, I wish this bag was there them times, isn't it?
The thought will enter.
It has to enter. You see these rappers, this guy has got 5,000 views. 5,000 views. This guy's got a big chain like this.
The integral. Don't come and stress me. No, I mean, spiritually, we don't do them things there because you block your blessings. So it's not even an option for me spiritually. It's not an option to envy anybody. I remember like a great example I used for this is before... Thing about me, sometimes I might grind with something to the very end of it. And then when I know that I can really upgrade, like I was still playing PlayStation 3 in like 2020 something. Until then I realized, until then I was like, okay, I think I like playing game enough now again to now get a PS4. You know? And now,
what number are we on now? Is it PS5 now?
Yeah, PS5. And I've got the PS4. People are don't finish PS4 tired. But you know, I was just getting back into gaming. So I like to kind of make sure that I'm on it. So another thing was my TV. Still had like a bit of an old school TV.
With a back off?
A little bit of a back off, yeah. Small back, slim
slim thick. Slim thick TV, yeah?
Slim thick, you know what I'm saying? Tanisha. And I decided that, you know what, you got PlayStation 4. Why don't you upgrade TV now? It's time for upgrade. But prior to that, I would see loads of people and their lovely flat screens. And, I'm like, it would be nice. I really like how this thing is looking in these people's house, And then maybe sometimes, again, don't really do the envy and jealousy, but you might just get the feelings of, it would be nice, Sha. Mm-hmm. So eventually I now got my own. Most of the people who I used to be like, the TV is nice, including my mum and stuff like that, they came to see my own. Me, I just thought, it's TV, innit? Mm-hmm. Shola, how's your TV so clear like this? And it just taught me like a very important lesson. Like, just because you get yours after doesn't mean it's going to be any less greater. Don't envy someone's Lamborghini now. Mm-hmm. When your own 2030 Lamborghini drops and they're still riding the 2020 Lamborghini, would they not be looking at your own 2030 Lamborghini thinking, this one is fresh? So everything has its like perspective. Everything has its time.
Seasons,
everything has its seasons, man. So just hold down and steady in your season and just keep faithful and keep steadfast. Like, you don't have to watch it because when it's your time, it's not going to be late. Like, it's going to be really right for you and your blessing.
Amen, boy.
People will, come and enjoy it and want to sit and watch. And that was a moment for me because I feel like I'm catching up. Now people are watching mine and they're looking at theirs like, my own is not clear like this. So, and I thought, what I said, you know what? All those moments where you thought you were lacking or you didn't have it, it's good that you don't.
Just chill, man.
Just chill, man. Just wait. So with the music thing and, stuff like, it's annoying, but I also understand that God doesn't make mistakes, innit? So there's a reason that I had to be first and I'm a pioneer and I had to do it in that time.
Oh yeah, about your pioneer stance. I remember one time you told me that, what was it? You spoke to Naira.
Yeah.
Hey, explain that story.
We got Naira, man. We was at, whose listening party was it?
Maybe Skepta's or something? I don't know.
No, I think it was Scales.
I think it was Scales.
Yeah. Afrobeat artist Scales. I don't think it was Burner's listening party for you, but it could have been that listening party too. But I think it was Scales' listening party for some reason. And Naira was there. We went outside to just burn a spliff. Just weed man connection. Didn't even know. Obviously I knew it was Naira. He didn't know I'm AB. But we're going to smoke weed. He said, Chalo, Shagbo. Went to his whip, sparking it. And said, yo, man's AB, One day I went to Lidl. And then he froze for a second. And he thought about what he was going to say. And then he said, yo, like, you're the reason I started doing my thing as Naira Marley. Like, obviously, I'm not saying that I tried to be like you. You just gave me the encouragement. This is what I believe you're saying, to do me and become fully Naira Marley. And
Naira Marley, yeah.
Because you've now heard that, oh shit, there's Naija boy there here doing, one day I went to Lidl on grime. Me too self now, make I bring the full what I want to bring. And that was a moment, man. I used to tell my mum, because she's a big Naira Marley fan. I said, listen.
My auntie hates it.
Is it? I love Naira Marley. Maybe now after the Mobad thing, we don't know, but...
No, but I'm just saying, she hated him before the Mobad incident.
Yeah.
Do you know, but for some reason, you know why she don't like him?
Right.
Because she says he doesn't wear a belt. She said he's an area boy. He doesn't wear a belt. And I'm like, rah. Like, she's onto him. This is me, rah. But the thing about that is, because I understand what you're saying, because I guess, really and truly, before you, really and truly, I don't think there was a unapologetically African. People were African in it. Obviously, you're from the era where people used to lie about where they were from in it, yeah? But as in, I guess you were one of the first that, in fact, it's in your name, innit? You're African Boy, you know what I'm saying, innit? Yeah. So it's like, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, Dotstar came, Lagos Boy, but Naira Marley, same kind of trajectory in regards to,
Yeah. I'm definitely one of the first. I mean, I knew of a couple. I big up Rebella. And I know that the area that we were from, Woolwich, definitely had something to do with us being able to be comfortable enough to be expressed. I was breaking this one down.
Little Lagos, isn't it?
Yeah, little Lagos, man. And it's like, but people say, what about Peckham? The thing about Peckham, is everyone had to be hard, innit? Peckham. Nobody's got time for shoplifting and Lidl and chicken and jokes lyrics. It's still Peckham, If you look at Naira Marley's entry, he still had a bit of gangsterisms inside it. Woolwich was less influenced. So these ends, we still had our stuff going on. Woolwich, Cherry, Tarleton, Thamesmead, T-Block. We still had, stuff going on, but it was just a bit less...
more lighthearted.
It was more a bit lighthearted. I mean, bro, people died. There was nothing lighthearted about death, but it wasn't as deep. The ends weren't as, you're not Peckham now. You're not Peckham Youth now. You're not, Brixton Youth and all these kind of things. So I feel like there was more room for personality growing up in these sides. So hence you can have, the personalities like mine who were able to come through is a bit more lighthearted. It's a bit more like, there's more room and acceptance. You didn't have to just be hard. And I think that was where I was able to grow. And I know that area is what's influenced artists like J House moving forward. And let's say me specifically, but I know artists in that area, such as Rebla, who you'll pick up and be like, okay, shit. Like Afro swing, I think comes from our ends, innit? This is the ends of Afro swing, like organically. So yeah, no, that was the ends' influence on I think the music. But yeah, artists like Naira Marley, I think myself, definitely one of the earliest to bring it to a global level, because Lidl was one thing. The stuff I did with MIA on a Grammy-nominated album is a whole nother different thing. That gave me like American audiences who them for the first time ain't even heard an African rapping voice on a big pop record. One, Paper Planes is a big pop record. It's still got millions and millions. I don't know how many millions of things, plus 30 millions on my Spotify today. It's, it's a big record.
You still get like little money, checks coming in from Spotify.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a vibe.
I get
like, for instance, is it big enough that if they don't pay you, you're like, hey, what's going on?
Let's put this, it's big enough that when they pay me, I can use it to do stuff.
Wow,
I can use it to pay bills if I want to. It's paid rent.
Wow,
It's
man.
bought holidays. It's bought equipment.
Wow.
It's substantial money. Good enough money for you to realize, don't forget. Because sometimes you forget. Royalties comes every quarterly. You forget sometimes, man. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small. Depends on what you've done in the months prior. But sometimes you get nice surprises. Like one day I went to Lidl, I believe was on a Jonathan Wash show that he did in the US, and they played it twice. Each time they played it, it paid like $5.
Wow.
Yeah. And then that boosted up that monthly check, but I didn't know that play happened. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes, yeah, it's a nice reminder that this music is passive income.
It can take you
This music, my lyrics that people were teasing me off. That's why I didn't care about anybody, because I'm getting paid to rap about Pounded Jam. I'm winning. Like, so you don't get it. I'm taking a piss and I'm winning. Like each and every time. You guys are having to be hard. I'm here rapping about chicken and Scotch bonnet. I'm eating in many ways more than one. You know what I'm saying? So that always always motivated, man. Because you see money, even now I forget, or maybe you're grinding or whatever, and maybe I'm in a different headset. I took a break from music. My royalties haven't taken a break from music. That's this last year when I got my royalties, that's what because I took a break and I saw money in my account and I was like, shit.
This is ready for life, boy, isn't it?
And I said, bro, you can be, your royalties haven't taken a break. You're owed money. Let me put more music out there. Because if I hit that one that just skyrockets again, everyone's listening back to the old catalogue.
Well, you said, wait, is the Little Beat by Skepta?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's Skepta's remix of Wiley's beat.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Or Wiley's remix.
And you said Skepta cleared it for you or something, innit?
Yeah, man, yeah. Skepta said, do your thing.
That's a vibe, man, isn't it?
Vibe. He said, what? You're that chicken boy, innit?
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah, that chicken boy. I saw him at the Mobile Award when I was nominated for Best African Act, which pissed me off a bit.
Why?
Because I was nominated for a hip-hop song called Dear Mama.
That's a violation. You're rapping your heart out. You're doing Dear Mama lyrics. Just because your name's African Boy.
They put me there, bro. Let's talk about
but who cares, man?
You're not gonna be dirty, and I've always been vocal about it, because that's what I feel like is wrong with the fucking system, yeah?
But what you just happy to be nominated anyway, regardless?
I was sincerely annoyed that you put me on Best African Act because you did not take care. You nominated me with Wizkid and Burna Boy. If that was the case, Put Skepta as best African act. Put Tiny Temper as best African act. They are just of Nigerian descent as me. Is it because I'm called Afrikan Boy?
Well, how are you speaking though? I don't wait. How did the track sound? What were you doing in the song?
It was a hip hop song now.
You didn't even do the accent. Let me hear
I'm
it.
rapping.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it quickly.
My mama ran on African time, made me fashionably late. Contraction started labor 2 weeks past my due date. I came with wrinkly skin, looking like a sun-dried grape. When the doctor smacked my bottom, I just had to pee in his face. That's why I'm topless on stage every time I hit. Feeling like Tupac African shit. Now I get told the radio gonna play this, gonna feel this, fresh and exciting. Blinded. Anyway, Sha, I'm spitting, bro.
Well, you're spitting, but I will allow them. There's enough African twang in there, innit? I will allow them.
African act.
But he was in the best hip hop act. Do you remember he was, if there was a rap category?
I remember seeing Tiny then. It's like, what are you doing here? And then he saw my name on nomination. I said, I'm here now. You don't think I'm supposed to be here? I'm here now.
But anyway, when you saw Skepta, he was like, oh, you're the chicken meat, yeah? When he said that.
Yeah, I went into him. I said, yo, because I wanted to do something with the beat. So I used the opportunity. He said,
and he actually cleared it.
Yeah, he was like, calm.
That's sick, man.
It was sick, man. It was sick.
And because of that, you were able to monetize, basically.
Yeah, I was able to monetize and re-release it respectfully, which I did. You know what I mean? So
basically, it's a case of you asked him, he said cool, and then basically you just did the steps in order to monetize, and he's accepted it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a vibe, man.
Just being like, because I think there's an understanding. Most of them, man, don't even have the parts to the beats of those beats no more. Like, they're just out there, you know? And they've done so much amazing stuff in their career.
But it's all right.
Anyone who hears that beat, they literally say, oh, that's the one day I went to Lidl beat. I literally made it my own by the virtue of the success it's had. Go and eat, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why is he going to be trying to wrestle and tussle to Skepta's a pure-hearted guy like that? He's not, you know what I'm saying? It's
that's
like,
the vibe, man.
It was cool, man. It was really cool. That was the interaction. It didn't take less than 2 minutes, bro. It was just like, oh, you're the chicken guy. Yeah.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
No, in fact, I was something else I wanted to mention to you as well, because I always found this hilarious.
But hold on.
Yeah.
That's the best African act.
Oh yeah.
I live in the UK. Yeah, I live in the UK. No, don't act like you don't know what I've done. Yeah, don't try it, bro. I still stand on my laurels because how they're rating best African act back then in the mobiles is artists who were from the continent.
Not really, because what was it? Fuse ODG won it bare times.
But that one's as on tour. You got that one in there. Exactly. I'm not trying to be ODG now. I'm Afrikan Boy. There's a difference. You get it?
Well, in fact, no, there's quite a lot of similarities, though.
That was a good example.
Because he's very much from here.
He's very much from here.
But he knows where he's from.
Time in Ghana, and he came back with Ghana with that flow. Obviously, he smashed.
I think he did it the other way around. I think he was from here. Like I feel like
it's from here, but
I feel like they're very, very similar in terms of. Like obviously, one could even argue he followed your kind of blueprint, innit? Of obviously, we all know anyone that's from I think we first generation Africans. First,
yeah.
Our parents are from Nigeria. Our parents are from Ghana. But so that we very much know that this is not our country.
Absolutely.
So it's like we know where our country really, really is.
Yeah. And
that's what you kind of brought out in your music, where it's a vibe of okay. You kind of capture the young black diasporan experience, innit? This ain't our country, we're actually from there, innit?
Yeah.
And also it sends a message out to the ones from our country.
Yeah.
That, listen, we know we're from there, you know?
We're here,
yeah. And Fuse is a good one that he's ready. He's even out there now, isn't it?
But Fuse in best hip hop, you're gonna.
Yeah, okay, that won't be hip hop.
So, but me, I'm doing hip hop track now. He's doing Azonto, he's doing Antenna, he's doing my fashion and everything. I'm Afrikan Boy. Maybe it was the name of them shot, but. I think that was because I want to be seen as an artist. I am an artist, and because my name is Afrikan Boy.
Oh, you're very much an artist, boy. You're very artistic.
Artistic. Don't put me as just best African act. If not, everybody who's African look at the art that's being done, not just my name. Because then it's like you're not really paying consideration to actually the art now. Because by that, Tiny Temper should have been there. Skepta would have been best African act. Am I not in London? Did I not grow up with these people? What is the difference? They also rap about ones and twos. Okay, the name is not Afrikan Boy, but I like the music, innit? That's just how I see it. The category it just felt out of place, man. It didn't feel right. But by any means, of course, I was happy to be nominated, happy for that,
The look.
oh yeah, and happy for the experience.
It was nice, man, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's calm. You know?
Now, I remember there was one thing that stuck with me as well, was you said, in fact, I just want to mention it and then you can continue with it. There was a Stormzy lyric that filled you with pride. Can you go through what that lyric was? You told me when you heard that how it filled you with so much joy.
I think it was when he said, still meat from the stew pot. Because I've written a lyric like that in the past. Ray predates that one. I'm not trying to say he heard it and used it or whatever. But for the same reason why I saw J Hus, and when I met him, J Hus didn't know who I am. So I know I didn't influence directly. But I said, Shuki-san, I said, bro, I'm proud of you. From one African boy to another, I'm really proud of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel with Stormzy's thing. Like, you know, when I hear those things, as someone who's been doing this, that was on like a number one song. I've got to be, I'm never a hater. You know what I mean? For me, I've been able to see my legacy play out before me. And that's another blessing, actually, that I don't always count. How can people like Naira Marley, big artists, be saying that I influenced them? Things like that are a highlight to my career because I've got to see the impact of the music that I've done. And I've also got to know that I had it right the first time. Everyone else just had to catch up. Sweet. It's been really sweet. Sometimes I wake up and I'm so thankful that I chose to be who I am. I'm African Boy. I'm like, now trippy this is, because now it's my go time. Everything is here now. Everything you was doing that was like, it's quirky, it's normal now. People at the top are talking about stealing meat from the stew pot. So that means your stuff can really, do you know what I mean? Like you had it right, man. It just took time for the times to like catch up. And it can be frustrating at times because you feel like, I've done it and I don't gain the recognition. But if you kind of just take time to really look at what's happening and be thankful, I got to see the influence of what I've done. And I've influenced great artists who've gone on to do great things. Oh, I have Ed Sheeran and Stormzy singing. One day I went to Lidl candidly. Like, these are... Yeah, man. Or like when they do like a noisy... It's on my Instagram somewhere.
Oh my God, I think I do record that.
You've seen it? Yeah. I mean, me and Ed, we didn't used to chill, but I was trying to get him to remix a song of mine. And we had like communication. This is when he was still like doing a lot of shows, doing a lot of talent shows. And, just before he was coming up, man.
Before Lego House?
Yeah. Just before he had these big...
I'll say he was with Jamal at SBTV days.
Yeah, around those days, I think it was my song Border Business and I wanted him to, because I liked what he's doing and, but yeah, man. So yeah, like I've got to see the influence of certain things and that's made me proud. Like, okay, I see what's happening now. Like I love seeing what's happening with Pasalu. I love the African Rebel, spelt with a K. You know what I'm saying? I honestly see it.
Yeah.
Afrikan Boy is the king of boys. Like, in my energy is almost everybody's energy. Like, not in the direct sense, but in the sense of like, I can see their journeys and understand their journeys. Like, I've also kind of been there. I was just the first to start this journey here. But a lot of us have taken that similar journey.
Damn, you were the first boy, innit?
You know what I'm saying? But it's beautiful to see everyone kind of, have their own expression from where they're from, mixing it with the UK, going back home, going deeper with it, talking about more different topics. It's beautiful to see, man. That's what gives me strength and kind of like appreciation sometimes, Like, raw, you're really doing your thing, man. People might not speak about it, but I can see it in it. Like, I'm clocking it, I clock when my style has influenced a fashion thing. Because when I look back, I'm like, no one started wearing African print trousers and the white t-shirts before I did. No one, not Fuse, not nobody. I did that shit first. And then it becomes a trend. To this day, people are still doing that style and I'll move on and I'll do other things. But so it's interesting, man. I've just continuously be a pioneer. It's frustrating because it takes...
Yeah, I know, you're a proper fashionista as well.
I wrote, Hit 'Em Up. I wrote that song in uni in 2007, sorry. Got the beat, I wrote it in Mill Hall.
Oh, I remember that song.
Yeah, and I released it. I re-released it again in 2014. as Hit 'Em Up before it was called Eba Eater. Lil Wayne fan, rapper eater. Me, I eat Eba, I don't eat man them, so, pause. Yeah, the Eba Eater. But I re-released it as Hit 'Em Up in 2014 and it just blew up. It became A-listed on BBC Radio 1 and across all stations. Started from BBC 6 Music, big up Lauren Laverne. She heard it. And then Fuse ODG had just come out then, so the Afrobeats thing was warm. But what I love about what I did is I'm not doing like UK Afrobeats. I've got a sample of an Afrobeat originator, Fela Kuti, that's been cleared by Fela's estate. But my song is talking about the African community here in the UK, and the video also represents that. So it felt like a perfect song for the time. That's how a song that I didn't change the lyric of 7 years now became successful again when the time was right. So I told myself...
What year was that when they came successful again?
2014.
Oh, wow.
It got played on... That was my most commercially successful song to this day. In terms of radio play, in terms of like actually being in the system and being out there. Obviously, Lidl's are underground, platinum. Come on, man. We don't even... that's in a league of its own. But Hit 'Em Up, in terms of commercialness, in terms of money I received based off that thing being out in the machine. And it showed me the power of radio playlisting. The new audience you get from radio playlisting is crazy.
So that real PRS money is coming in.
Real money. Every time them DJs are pressing play on your song, it's real money. Real money.
Wait, how did you, because I remember you used to have like teams, like you had a team.
Yeah.
How did you get a team? Like, how did that even develop?
Man, I think people just like...
We're looking out for you.
Yeah, I had a PA, still got a stylist.
You touch your PA at any point? Anyway, we'll move on.
This guy come out. Well, she ain't got PA anymore. She's happily married. God bless her.
Amen. Okay, that's one second. Hold on. Okay, cool.
But it was just a thing of like, I think people... I think she just came out to me and, at that time I'm doing all my bookings myself, I'm doing my stuff myself and I'm, pretty self-sufficient. And I think either I asked or she just showed an interest like, I could help you do that. And for me, it just made sense. Like, okay, cool, let's do that. And then, she'll run by what I should say or what she should say, she'll reply. Yeah, things like that was fine. It was
it efficient for you during that period of time?
It was efficient, man. Yeah, it was because, especially if I'm doing shows, and I bring her to shows. So she was now acting as quote unquote what my management would do, so she'll take whatever request the venue has and, so she will be that person. It doesn't have to be me. It can be a bit stressful as an artist. Like you want to be in your artist zone. You don't want to now have to be sorting out production, sort out the lighting. And you have to do it sometimes anyway, regardless. I enjoy. Man will go to the lighting people on tour and have a lighting set of how I want each light to be at each song. And even as a supporting act, I'll still go to the lighting technician, make sure I'm respectful, always be respectful to the sound man and the people doing your lighting and stuff. Little note for young artists out there, always be respectful. Never come with no vibe of like, I'm gara. You're going to sound like fucking shit, man. But those people are human beings too. Treat everyone with respect and know that if they're having a good day, your show is going to be good. Do you know what I mean? So, and also I want to make their job easier. Do my set list. I do every lighting. I'll go to them whilst I'm not spending time getting high. My head is switched on. Oh yeah, let me use my time. Go and speak to them. Can I have a moment? Can we go through the listing? Most of them are very helpful, unless they're cunts. And then, we'll go through the lighting. They'll tell me what they can do. I'll give them the thing. That's my lighting done. Sound man, you good? Respectful, do my sound check. Just be diligent and just be on time. Like, it just helps with, especially if you're a support act of a big band, and you're trying to get your shit out there. It's good to have that etiquette. I think it goes a long way. I
was going to ask as well, like obviously having their children and stuff, because I know some people that are prospective artists that want to be artists, and a lot of them, they kind of use a lot of them kind of use the fact that having children may stop them and hinder them from their successes, isn't it? So when you had your child, did you think what? Did you think like your career was over?
No, I think it was over. But I probably was very anxious about.
You're like, this is fucking long.
About what was going to transpire. No, I think when my wife at the time became pregnant, Or
Oh, was she your wife at the time?
no, she wasn't actually.
Oh, okay.
She was my girl at that time. So when she became pregnant, later on became my wife. My manager had also just recently had a baby.
And that one wasn't yours. That wasn't yours.
No.
Okay.
No.
Female manager.
Oh no. And another manager. I was working with my guy, me at this time now. So he just had a child with his missus, and so we were kind of in a similar situation, life-wise, music-wise. But we've been doing good. And I was in the middle of releasing my debut album, the ABCD. And yeah, man. So I think he just encouraged me, and just knowing that he's also a family man and stuff like that. I'm a family man, and I think one of the things I had to do, or felt like I had to do, was I just went and got like a job teaching. I worked in the SEN department in a school, special educational needs department.
Wait, so before then you were just doing music?
Before then I was kind of doing music, doing my thing, freelancing, still teaching workshops and stuff like that. But I decided, baby on the way, let's get the head, let's get the bag, so got a job working in SEN, doing my thing. But my manager was still, keeping me ticking with like making sure I'm recording and we're finishing and we're, doing what we need to do. I think I remember him saying like, yo, man, I very respect the fact that you've gone and got a job and you're just doing what you need to do for your family, but we need to keep the music shit popping too, my guy. You know what I'm saying? And it was good for me to hear that I had to do stuff like call in sick and just go on tour for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I need to go on tour, a very important tour. I'm touring with like a big artist. We got, 14 dates lined up.
Were they pissed?
I don't even know. I just said, yo, my enemy has broke their leg or something. I can't make it to work. Like,
oh, wow.
It had to be on the day before type of journey. It couldn't be like, no, I had to do it on that morning. Yo, I can't work. And I locked off my social media so no one wasn't following me.
Oh my God. Did they know you're
No, they didn't. But just in case, I was just being clean. But, there was no way to get any time off to do that tour, and that tour needed to happen. So these were the kind of moments where it was a bit like, you got to kind of make a mad choice here. Nerve-wracking doing that before now going on tour and ghosting. But yeah, I came back to work. Everything was calm, shot. You get me? It was calm. And I managed the tour.
How's that like in regards to basically being a musician? Because I think that's what a lot of people fear as well. Being a musician and basically having to get a job in it, and then being famous, people knowing who you are, and then having to get a job. What was your vibe towards that?
I did many different jobs over time because I have a varied skill set. Sometimes I hide this side of me if it's more beneficial for the job. If I'm working with young people, if I'm working in a school, in a mainstream school, I don't want them to really know I'm African Boy. It's a bit harder now, but it just keeps them out of my personal stuff. I don't really like having my Instagram on private, but I'd have to, and, stuff like that. If I'm coming in as an external practitioner, I'm coming in as AB. It's perfect. I do my thing. If I'm doing other jobs that's more people facing or I'm hustling, I'm ballied up. I can walk past you in the street. You won't even know it's me.
Is it really?
Past bare people. I'm ballied up.
well, what sort of bally though?
A regular bally. I just cover my face because like more people know my face than I know them. And I just want to do what I'm doing and be in and out and just do what I'm doing. I don't want to have to deal with like other stuff when I'm in that frame of mind. So yeah, man, we just like, but I see loads of people just hustling, man. Everyone's got to make a living. But yeah, I think I used to struggle with it more because I've definitely lived a long freelancer type of, life, like just, manifesting everything that you want to do and creating the work, create workshops, go to schools, go to councils, sell them, do them. Still takes work, like I'm a self-starting individual. But I think, yeah, man, having a family helped because it's your family. You got to knuckle down and do what you got to do. But then you're now into that real struggle of like, okay, work, life balance. You got to find time to create. You got to find time to give to your family and you got to work. That's when it really starts becoming challenging, but you have to do it because that's the situation you're in. And a lot of artists go through the same thing, but it gets easier and you find the balance. And I think if you really want to make it happen, all you got to do is to get a bit more organized. Like you respect your time more. So now I know, okay, this weekend.
No more wanking.
Yeah. You know, you respect your time more and you get more organized. And it's like, now I'm in the studio, I'm very intentional. But when I leave my house, the money's got to be right. I'm not wasting time anymore because I'm spending time away from my family, my wife that would need my assistance with my children. You know, like you're taking me out of that. So I'm only leaving that if it's to earn some good money. So I put a lot of respect on my energy. Anytime I left my house was for business. Otherwise, I'm with my family. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And that definitely helped me to just level up myself in how I saw the worth of my value and my time. But hey, man, I say like, it can be pressure to just have all of your expenses and your life bills being paid through by your music. I'd rather have a job that keeps me enough mental space to still create, covers my basics, or have a business that has income coming. So when I have my royalties, I can spend that on studio equipment or stuff that's going back into my music business. Once or twice, I may have to pay something, you know, bills or life with it. And we're thankful because I'm still like, shit, your music is earning you a living. Like you're actually successful. You know, this is what they judge success on. Like, can you live off it? Maybe not solely, but I'm like, if I maxed in and did this and that, like, you know what I'm saying? But it just helps to take off that pressure and helps you to reinvest what you're actually making off the music into it. Maybe you want to do YouTube ads for a single. You don't want it just to be spent on bills. I'd rather go and work and let that be spent on bills. Just all that is bills. Now my head is free. Shala, you want to come do a show? Cool, I'm there. Now I got more money to, you know, but that money is not now just going to drizzle into bills. I've lived that and it can get a bit demoralizing because you've worked hard to get that bag. Now council tax. You know, these people are coming for your bag and then it's drizzled and then you're back again.
So all of that work on the stage has gone into playing something less glamorous.
It's calm. You should always just be thankful. I think the energy of money is just be thankful that you've had it to spend on bills. That's how you use bills to manifest more.
You did what you loved in order to make money. Which is...
And that, man, that enabled you to live. And if you're able to keep that energy, I feel like more abundance comes because you're going to have to pay those bills. There's no point having negative energy to something that you're going to have.
It's inevitable. Yeah,
it's inevitable. Be thankful that you have the money to pay your bills. That's the real way around it. Not, I got to pay. No, I'm thankful that
How did you come, as in, have you done therapy before?
I haven't, you know. I need it though.
Why do you reckon you need it, you reckon?
Unresolved childhood shit. I think I'm very good at that.
Yeah, I remember you said your dad got a shot or something, innit?
Yeah.
Well, explain that situation, innit? That is mental, bro. Yeah, fam, you need to go, guys. You need to go.
Pops. Pops used to be a bit of a road man.
Oh my God, this is hilarious. Sorry. From my memory, this is hilarious. Anyway, continue. No, your dad getting shot isn't hilarious, but I'm just saying. Yeah, but...
One dad. Assalamu alaikum. Pops. Because I heard it from school friends. And my mum obviously told me, did you hear your dad got shot? Good.
She said good.
So, I'm just making a joke, but you know. But what my dad tells me, my dad told me this story now. We got Pops. What my dad told me is he had a bit of cash. He was making some money on the ends. Cause my friends at school told me, yo, your dad's got like the new BMW. Like he's flossing, man. You good, man. You straight, right? You know what I'm saying? And I think he was just up. Seemed like he was up. And maybe some, you know, word on the road is this guy's up. I think some Somalian youths. He was with a friend in the house, he told me, and then some Somalian youths came up to his flat in Deptford at the time, knocked on the door, found their way in the house. I think they had a strally. My dad says his friend jumped in the cupboard. My dad says, son, you never know who will really have your back or friends that you're chilling with or don't think they will save you or when it gets to the crumble. Some people may just save themselves. Then the guy hated the cupboard until it was all done. Literally. And I think they're trying to find the money. My dad is kicked into lion mode. He's like, fuck it. Nah, you're not finding nothing or something like that. Anyway, just not giving up. nothing, or maybe he did. I can't really remember that detail, but I know what I did remember is maybe they were trying to like threaten him, like, what, we'll shoot you, you know? My dad said, what? If you want to shoot me then. Are you mad? And your head just... And that's a liar. He said, what? You're going to do your thing then, innit? Like, stop trying to make me shook, innit? If you're going to do it. Like, you're not getting fair out of me type of energy. They've peppered him with 5 bullets, Jerry.
Wow. Before 50 Cent?
Before 50 Cent. When I think about these things in my life, like I say, it's weird sometimes. I'm like, shit, oh yeah. Boy, Pops is doing great. But yeah, man, he had to shit in the bag for like...
Oh, he had the shit bag?
Bro, yeah, all of that. You know, he's lucky, man. But one thing he remembers, like, as he was, you know, obviously being shot now and Rary, he remembers it's the experience that made him go back to Islam. Because he remembers calling out for Allah. And then he remembered at that point that he was going to now become more a devout Muslim and revert back, because most of my family on my dad's side is. But yeah, no, that was more or less the story of what he told me, man. And just, yeah, obviously you had to move off the ends and do certain things. But
so what do you reckon that did to you?
That's a good question. I never really thought about the impact in my head. I think I just numbed it out. My mum and dad's relationship wasn't great then, clearly. And because of that, I hardly saw my dad and spoke to him. So, but at that point, I probably processed that, you know, dad's not around and, you know, you get on with stuff. Obviously, hearing he got shot, I'm guessing, you know, you're worried, innit? But I knew he was okay. I knew he was alive and he had to move out. And I think...
Did you see him in the shit bag?
No, I never saw him in that state. When I got to see my dad again, he was calm.
Did he make sure of that? Because I know 50 Cent recently said he didn't want, when he got shut up, he didn't want Tony Ayo and the man them to see him.
Right, to see him like that.
To see him weak.
Yeah, facts.
So it's like, maybe that's why he did.
Yeah, you know what? He moved off ends. He moved down to like Plymouth. So we just never spoke at that time enough. And obviously he's recovering and all of that. So yeah, it was natural that I didn't kind of get to see him in that state.
But you know what's hilarious about this, isn't it? Yeah. Because obviously you said your dad got shot by Somalians, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, what's funny is you had your own incident, isn't it, yeah, with Somalians. Well, we did have an incident with Somalians. What, was it Somalians?
No.
No, but you lied. So as a result of your lie, your mum didn't like Somalians. So they shot your dad and they rushed right out.
I didn't think about it like that.
Did you end up telling your mum that it was a lie in the end?
You're not telling my mum it was a lie.
Have you told her?
I don't think so. If not, I think she knew though.
Anyway, explain that story as well, innit? This might not come out. Explain what you can explain of that story, innit?
All right.
But you were hospitalized.
No, I just went to the hospital. That has to be in there. Bob, hospitalize you, your father. I went for checkup, hospitalize you, your father. The fuck?
Oh my God.
Hey, that's hilarious. That is a hilarious response. But it's true. Okay, cool. Me and this...
Yes.
Me and that girl that I mentioned, yeah?
Which one?
Remember what... one that I said that I was on tour and we broke up and I can't remember. And I remember there was a weird time. Okay, I'm going to say this because it adds context to what we're saying. I didn't get to say it before. When I was on the Bigo Live and I saw her, she's living with her partner and we're just catching up, like we're not trying to, you know, like wagwan.
Why are you speaking to her then?
No, because we just see each other on the Bigo thing, like as you can swipe.
Oh, yeah, that time. Okay,
so I'm like, oh shit, hey, yo, what's good? Catching up, you know, it's all love, like it's calm. Many, many years back. And then she tells her partner that, oh yeah, no, I'm talking to this guy, you know, he's the one that took my virginity. I say, what's up, guy?
She said it.
She said it now.
Whoa, where was he?
He was in the house.
Why would she say that, man? Girls are silly anyway, man. You see girls, yeah? You see, it's only women that can do something like this. Listen, I guarantee you, if a man has a wedding, there will be no woman in that wedding that guy has fucked.
That's not, yeah.
If a girl has a wedding, fam,
that's a violation.
You'll be... but they don't even... It's like they don't even realize it. If a girl, there's bare girls I know.
At a wedding.
Huh?
I had a friend who had a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I know both of them. I'm not going to say their name.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful couple. Like, see my family members get involved. But I had interactions with
the missus.
The missus in the past.
Yeah.
And
look at this guy speaking slowly.
I was trying to be respectful.
Yeah. Be respectful.
Respectful. I was really trying to be respectful because these are my peoples. But I wasn't invited to the wedding.
You wasn't invited to the wedding?
Yeah. But I understood.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I understood.
Are you cool with the guy or the girl?
Both.
Okay, cool.
Both are like...
Okay,
I
cool.
grew up with both of them.
That makes sense, isn't
you know
it?
What I'm saying? And I respectfully, I don't want to...
But bare girls...
Not to say it was even serious like that between me and... It wasn't even... But as I think about it, or maybe it was for other reasons, and I'm not even mad bitter or we're not mad
really mad.
like that it should be like that. But in my head, I just thought to myself, maybe...
Yeah.
Maybe...
But, and it's,
I'm happy.
And it's funny... But it's like guys think about that there.
Right. I wouldn't want to be...
How many times I've been invited to a wedding?
It's unnecessary for me to be there. How many
times have I been to a wedding where I've either chopped the girl or I've compromised the girl in some way, and she still invited me to the wedding, and then I don't go to the wedding because I'm like, bro, because I have respect for the... But it's like girls don't see that. I know bare guys that are girls' weddings where they've chopped before. Yeah. And I'm like, to be fair, certain times they are cool with each other, but I have respect for, like, even birthday parties as well. And I'm thinking, if I'm in here, how many other people have came inside here? And why are you so comfortable? Like, maybe because they're not doing nothing with me now, but I'm like, why are you so comfortable like that? I wouldn't feel comfortable. My heart would be beating if all of the girls I've came were in the same vicinity of my...
Party, are you inviting all the girls you've came to?
I would never do that. I would never do that. Don't even put... I don't know. I don't know what it is about me, but I would never... I don't know. Maybe because I'm paranoid or something, innit? But I would never bring a girl I have caned around my girlfriend.
Right.
There's no need for her to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless it was something crazy, like, for instance, unless my boy is going out with the girl I've caned, and now he needs to be there.
Yeah.
Cool, but my girl can't say nothing. She's got a man now. She's friends with my man. But I don't know what's wrong with them, innit? But anyway, continue with your story.
Which one was this one? Okay, cool. So anyway, side note. So now we're in those times, we're caning, right? Because, we did that thing. I'm in the house. We go to link up in the house. I'm off ends though. What did Kano say in his lyrics? Out of the wens, linking chicks with no whip, that's slipping. But I didn't even have provisional license, so whip wasn't even an option. Man was just double slipping, you know what I'm saying? But we risked it for the Usna. You risked our life. What? All right, cool. Went to go link her in the house. The brother ends. She's calm. He's ducking out. He gives me the whole, don't do nothing with my sister when I'm out, gist.
Oh, see. So, but he left you inside the house? Or what?
He left me inside. I said, okay, what am I supposed to say? I said, okay. As he left, maybe less than 5 minutes, we're upstairs.
And you touched her previously already?
Yeah. So this is just, we're just, quick link up now. Nice sunny day. Fresh. Looking mad fresh. Cool. Upstairs, doing Ozeba. Anyway, I just said, do on the door. Because prior to that, she's making noise. He making, so do on the door. Hey, get the fuck out of that. Huh? When it's like they poured ice on my back. It's like, I said, yo.
Did you stop straight away?
Yeah, I stopped straight away. Like, because the shock of, first, no, because it was loud and it was like alarming. So it was like, yo, going to Joe at that noise. So
not with me. I'll finish first.
No, but obviously she's mortified as well.
Oh yeah.
So, it's her brother. So if anything, she's like, yo. All right, cool.
Younger sister, older sister?
Younger.
Oh wow.
Yeah, older brother.
Oh man.
Cool. Luckily the door was locked because I would have been caught with my pants down. You know what I'm saying? That would be long,
That's
right?
compromising.
So yeah, luckily I was able to get myself together. All right, cool. So obviously I'm thinking, I've scanned the options. I'm thinking, the only way out is through the front door. This guy wants a one-on-one. I'm on my end. I'm not on ends.
You want one-on-one?
This is the only option I can think of that I can come out, you know, he wants to fight me, innit? I'm fucking his sister. So I'm rocking the club. He said, all right, cool. So I gather myself, I get my stuff. Go.
And bear in mind, this is the madame we're speaking about. The girl that you're clienting and caning is the girl that you saw that was gifting you.
Oh, she wasn't gifting me, but yeah, we was online.
Okay,
said
cool,
that, yeah. Cool. So, funny story, I wrote lyrics about this song. It's in my Regulate remix on What Took You So Long mixtape. That's how her mum actually found out the truth of the situation. But anyway.
Right, mum's listening to your music.
Something like that, or they played it, yeah. So cool. I went out of the bedroom now. And I'm thinking, it's just going to be me and this you, innit? Like me and her older brother, we're going to have a quick scrap and then hopefully I'll live to see another day. Let's keep it moving. Bro, I don't know what happened though. I just saw like 15 other guys. Tall guys. Hedge guys. And they weren't even from South. You know, in those days now, the ends was really hot. So these ones, I think they're from like East. Just different energy now. So I'm thinking, okay. I said, now one-on-one, I said we could do one-on-one.
You suggested it?
I must suggest that, boy. It's the safest option. You guys are hungry, looking for meat, and I'm looking like an antelope in the daylight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. Say one-on-one. I know some of the man them there, because I may be, so I know some of the man them are from ends, innit? But these are like, they're off ends man them. So, you know, there's situations where
they're not as confident as they could be.
Or they can't save you,
yeah.
They can't control the room, you know? They might not be the ones to bang me, but, you know, pause, but they can't, you know, there's certain niggas that you can't control like that, you know, them situations. And I'm from the ends and I'm smart, so I've already scanned the energy and just know,
okay,
this a bit sticky.
Speaking to you is not going to get me out.
It's going to get me out. Basically, I ain't going to waste my breath. I say, cool, let's do one-on-one. They've dashed my trainers outside. I used to be mad jeweled up then. I used to be into like sovereign rings.
Oh, yeah.
Sovereign rings. I used to love, so I might bring them back. Have bare sovereign rings, had my gold chain, I was shining, they popped all that shit, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Your rings and your chains?
Yeah.
Dad, you were inside of a locked room. Why didn't you put that shit in your pocket? Oh, you didn't see the 15 man?
I didn't see the 15 man.
Cool.
I didn't even know what was going on. Everything was moving quick. All right, cool. So, yeah, I thought it was just me and then I think at first it was me and him. And then by the time I got upstairs and got downstairs, he had probably, he called for backup. Punk. Called for backup, yeah. I got all
the least you can do, you're fucking his sister for crying out loud. Yeah.
All right, cool. So he called for backup, yeah. I hear me to talk. I said, oh boy, I don't see my last breath. And I'm in the wrong ends, damn it. I don't know what's the up ends to Tottenham, but I'm in those ends, yeah? It's like long. All right, cool. So I just braced myself, nothing else you could do in it. So I go outside. It seems like everyone's like, we'll give them a one-on-one chance. So go to the garages, have a little
Sometimes
scrap.
in a one-on-one, you might not even want to win, you know?
You might not even really want to win. There's no winning. You know what I mean? Either way.
If you smack him up too much, you could get the rush in.
So what happened? Before we started fighting now, I saw he had a brick and he put the brick. I said, I won't say his name, but I said, bro, well, go on, man. Like, you have a brick, bro. I thought this is what I said, well, go on, man. You have a brick, bro. I thought you said this one-on-one. Like, what's good? What's the honor? What's the respect? Where's the dignity, my boy? You get me? I looked around at the man, them like, is this your king, bro? Is this your king? Look, why is he with a brick? Let's use our fist, bro. What's all this? You want to collapse my head, bro? Otherwise, let me go and get my own brick too. Make we do bricklaying together, bro. What's all this? So then, I think about that, but you know.
He's right, he's got a point.
That's the brick, man. In this life, talk up, my people. Speak your truth. Because, imagine I just kept quiet because I thought, bro, I said, nah, man. Hey. Damn it, I had to say no, man. I said, yo, come on now, you have a brick now. Represent, you're from Kenya, I'm Nigerian. Represent your country correct, bro. Obviously, he's a bit skinny, I'm a bit, maybe a bit more meatier than him. But anyway, we have our shit fight. I ain't really know how to fight properly then anyway, but I held my own down. And that was that. So I'm now walking back. This is where the real shit happens now. You're from the hood, so you know that was just starter, you know? And you know the
Calamari.
He's the calamari. And the energy of the group and certain niggas are there.
They've just seen fight. Yeah, everyone.
Certain niggas are rock riders there. Like, we just had a little, we can smell blood, but we want to taste it now. You know what I'm saying? Pause. So as I'm walking back to the house, I'm just walking in front.
Hey, see the girl you were caning? Was she there as well? Did she come outside?
I think she came outside to see the fight. Yeah, I think she was there to see the fight.
Right.
So it's a bit weird, you know, I'm fighting her brother, but she can't really say nothing, innit? And her brother's not letting her chat shit, so it is what it is. So I'm walking back to the house now so I can maybe get my stuff and, don't know, maybe go home safely, you know? Maybe.
Why did you leave your stuff inside the house?
Bro, there's 15 man there. They've already controlled
but why
my
did you?
stuff.
Okay,
Because I hung my jacket downstairs to go.
you're gonna fuck him up, and your plan was to go back inside of his house to get
I
your
didn't
shit.
know what was going on. At this point, fair don't enter the chat, bro. There's 15
fair enough,
there, and I'm just there.
Can't fuck a man up and get your stuff.
Because as I was caning, obviously I put my jacket downstairs and I went, and I was fresh. These youths stole my clothes, so there was nothing to really go back to. They even actually stole my trainers. They stole my trainers. The feeder, I had some feeder joints. They stole, you know, like...
I know the feeder joints you're talking about, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had the matching Adidas stuff, you know, fresh little motherfucker, man. They stole all that shit, you know. I got robbed, nigga. They robbed my shit. So I don't really nothing to go back to, but it's like... I'm walking in this direction anyway, trying to figure out what's good because I'm being stalked by the man them in the back and everyone's like, it's rushing. So one of them fly kicks me. Yeah?
Remember... brother was involved. But did he touch any of you? Did he actually touch you?
I don't remember.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I don't remember, but I'm cool with the brother. Big up. And we actually did some boxing training together.
Oh, what? Is that the one that does, he does the hiking now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's into the, you know, all those things there. And, you know, God is doing his work in his life. But boxing padding with him was a full circle moment because he's a boxing trainer and I just started getting enthusiastic about boxing and he'd really on his fitness. So I put my ego and my whatever aside because I've already passed.
It was a long time ago. Plus,
a long time ago.
You're mad cool with his brother as well, isn't it?
I was mad cool with Trent Uni. Trent was just like him. That was a weird kind of thing, right? So, you know, he was there. One of the faces that I know. I don't know if he banged me or not. I don't even really care. But probably not because we are close friends. But again, I don't know. I didn't see it. Me, I was just like that.
Yeah, so they started wiping you.
Yeah, man. So one pause. So one of them fly kicked me. Fly kicked me. From there, I knew like, action is that. And it was one of the more loose ones that's used, like erratic. You know, you've always got one of them ones. So I get up now. And now I'm not running, because as soon as you start running, they're going to start sprinting. Yeah. Everyone is fit. You know, us African niggas, bro. We're all fit like as fuck. They're probably fitter than me. And the worst thing to do is to be sprinting. You eventually get caught and then hold the beat.
And now you're tired. You can't even...
I did the maths quickly. It's good to be smart in life. I had less than a couple of seconds to decide what my route is. I already saw my life ending if I ran. Because where am I running to? They will catch you. Unless you kept running. My fitness wasn't the best. I ain't going to hold that beating. And you're off end. So where are you running to? You still need to stop and get at a bus stop. So I ran into the house. And then I was just on the couch now. Everyone, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, they rush you in the yard?
Yeah, so I think like, as I was walking, I could just sense that the energy was changing. Like, I'm about to get rushed, innit? So I don't start sprinting, but just light pace, jogging, walking, thinking, are you going to sprint that way or go into the house? Go into the house because they can't mash up the house unless they want to disrespect. At least there's a little bit of control in the house.
But there are knives in the house.
And I was lucky I didn't get stabbed, bro. I was lucky. It really could have been.
Anytime you get rushed, you can easily get stabbed.
Bro, I could have got nanked, like really easily, but no one had nothing probably, or maybe they said, I don't know what the consensus was, but I just knew the consensus was we're going to fuck him up now. So, boom, 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 boom.
And all 15 of them entered the yard.
Yeah, man. I got rushed by the man then, bro. Like, boom, 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 boom. Everyone got tired. They now left. And now, I think I chilled. They left the house now. I now chilled.
So who are you in the house with?
For me and the girl.
So this nigga has rushed you and has left his own house and left you.
I think so.
With the same sister that you were chopping.
I think so.
You should have came to her again.
I should have.
You should have came to her again.
I was tired.
Oh, wow. So what happened afterwards then?
I think I got probably got a taxi or something to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Something.
Do you know which hospital you would have went to? As in like,
I went to Queen Elizabeth on ends. Yeah, man. And then by the time I got there, the whole ends had heard what happened. So the hospital became like a youth club.
Bare people came down for you.
People came. Like, yo, what's good? Fat cold. I think I had to cut off my high top or something. And it was on a Saturday. The next day was church. It was on a Saturday. The next day was church. We used to go to this church called The Lord is My Shepherd Ministry. And it was this Ugandan family that used to be on ends that just kind of like, they had a church and they just always used to be around us and found a way to get us used to come to their church. And we all had different churches we'll go to, but we'd all kind of link up and go to this church and it was a bit of a vibe and they'll be preaching and doing their thing and they'll let us come to their house. Like 20 youths, we'll go to their house, they'll cook for us. Like,
oh, wow, man.
God bless that family, man. They were
Is the church still about?
I believe so. You know, but I still see them. I still see members of the family. So we went to that church. All the man them obviously like, yo, AB, man, what should we do, man? We're ready to ride. Everyone's ready to ride. And I honestly said, you know what? It's calm, man. Like, I'm going to let my success do the talking. I'm going to be someone. I'm going to really do what is in my heart. And that's going to be my success. Because beef and all of that, the return on that ain't really what I want to eat on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what's that going to gain? Like, I'm just going to have to now do it again, basically, because you're going to do it. It's going to be long. And my life is bigger than that. I've done toured and seen stuff. I've got gold rings. This ain't from EMA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen stuff. My head is more elevated and I'm looking at the niggas like, so what? My life is going to be better than you.
What did you do? Lidl? Was Lidl already out damn times?
Lidl was out because I was doing MIA stuff. This girl. Oh,
wow.
There's a picture, but I've lost that picture of me, this girl, her best friend, and Rihanna.
Wow.
At a show, because I brought them to a show. I miss the times of bringing people to my shows or having fun because it's like...
wow, so you got a picture of Rihanna?
Yeah. I met Rihanna when she was still the good girl before she went bad.
Oh, wow, yeah. Before Umbrella?
No.
Wait.
Umbrella had just come out.
Okay, yeah.
Umbrella had just come out and that's what she was still like touring on. So yeah, man, I bucked Rihanna. You know what I thought when I bucked Rihanna?
What?
This is Brunel AB bucking Rihanna, by the way. And I thought, how she was.
I could touch.
I would have touched, but I thought like...
Too slim.
At that time, if he was in Brunel, I might overlook you.
Oh, right.
Low key. He was in Brunel, you know, but it's not it's not the Rihanna of today now.
Yeah, facts.
That was the good girl before. Oh, nah.
Oh, wow. And that's before Chris Brown smacked her up, innit?
Yeah. This is very early Rihanna.
Oh, right. Very
like, you know, coming to meet you, my girl. Like very, you know. But you know, man, she was cool, man. Personable. She knew MIA and, you know, had a picture, obviously. My girls are gassed. I told you, like, I'm AB, man. You know what I mean? Y'all
like, oh my God, we saw Rihanna.
Literally. And that's what makes those moments special. When you
wait, so was this... Wait, how close was this to uni then, innit?
This was, I think, 2007.
So what was that?
Probably me entering first year or the summer before first year.
Oh, wow,
I think it was actually the summer before first year.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. When I got to uni, I didn't mess with them. Like, no, I'm in uni now, so you know what I mean? I'm bringing you, man, to my shows now. But at that time, in that special moment, yeah, that's when that happened.
Wait, did you ever touch her again afterwards?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that would be toxic.
That one. But I remember I locked it off. After we locked off, I was on tour. So maybe after that Rihanna time, then we broke up because of whatever. And then obviously I'm on touring.
Is that why you broke up then?
No, actually, no. No, it wasn't.
Wait, so you were still seeing it afterwards?
I think we're still seeing it afterwards.
Okay, but you weren't crying?
I think one of the man them... Nah, probably crying.
Okay.
Yeah,
so after you...
I'm still crying. That's what I'm talking about here. I still crying.
Oh my days. You're a sicko, bro. How can you get fucked up over pussy and then it's still here? Yeah.
Because it's the recovery fucking it. It's the I'm sorry what my brother did to you, man. You know? Hey. You know that one's gonna be sweet, bro.
That's hilarious.
But that's the sweet one, man. That's the I'm sorry that he, you know, I'm sorry that
Hey, that's hilarious.
I took the V as well, so you know when you took
so where were you slamming her now? Because you couldn't slam her in the yard. If you went to the house again, you did not go to the house again. Swerve your life.
I don't recall.
Okay, cool. If you went to the house again,
it could have been a possibility.
You're a nutcase if you went to the yard again. It could have been
a possibility, but I do not recall. No, I think it used to happen in the other houses.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think what happened? You know what? I got word from one of the mandems in the hood. She was chilling with another brother. I don't even know if it was official or whatever like that, but anyway, I just got word from one of the mandem that, yo, she's chatting shit about you behind your back. Should we go do up this brother? But the brother was actually the one who gave up the information to the boy, like, hey, when I'm chilling with this thing,
She's chatting shit about it.
she chats shit about this guy, you know, and he doesn't care. It's not like he's like trying to hate on man or trying to run it. It was just like, hey. And I think he spoke to one of my best friends, literally. So my best friend came and said, hey, yo, you know this thing? I said, is it? Lock off.
Which one of your best friends? Who? I'll take the name out.
Oh no, my boy Richard.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you might have met him at some of my functions or, you know, birthday parties and stuff like that. So I think Rich was like, yo, AB, I just heard from my man that this person chatting, I don't even know if they're even caning or whatever. Not that I even care, but maybe calling like bunning. Because I used to bun him before I started smoking. So maybe you're bunning and calling, but just chatting. And I thought, is it? And obviously just lock it off. I'm like, me that you met Rihanna. You know?
You can fix your mouth to say something crazy about it.
Okay. Stay there.
But well, after you go rush now, what did your mum say about it now then, innit?
So she came to the hospital now. Everyone's there. So, so like, what happened? Me had to think fast on my feet because I'm not about to now get slapped for going to have going to now get caught and I'll be beat up. I said, oh boy, it was the Somalian boys.
And this technically is after your dad has been shot. Clearly.
Yeah. I didn't even make that.
So your
connection.
mum's thinking,
Because the Somalian boys are causing trouble anyway, so they were easy scapegoat. You know,
I heard, they were, you know, notorious in
they're notorious. I said, it was the Somalian boys. And then, But then later, I wrote the Regulate track. I told that story on the track. Every detail, even with me saying, I'm not going to choose revenge. I'm going to be successful. That's going to be my revenge. And I think, the girl eventually played it to her mum. And the mum was like, that's what happened. Maybe went to slap her son, like, you this guy.
Oh, wow.
Like that.
So in the Regulate song, you were like, what? I was caning some girl.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful storytelling. Yeah. It was a clear back warning. So, you know, like...
do you remember it?
No, I don't right now. But it's hard. Can't lie. But that was that moment, boy. Hey, life stories.
Yeah, well done though, innit, for not going, because like you said, life could have just gone left, innit? Really and truly.
Yeah, no, it could have, man. And also getting my friends involved and they had ties, but obviously, you know, they were like, AB, I don't care if this is my boy, like my loyalty lies with you, so what's good? And I just said, you know what, man? Calm. I understood the situation. I'm alive. Nothing might happen. I was able to go to church the next day. Yeah, I had like big eye or whatever, but you know, you makes, you know, war scars in it at the ends. You know what I'm saying? AB got rushed, you know, AB, like everybody like.
Well, did you obviously because you were caning, did you end up bashing to at least get rid of that nut that you had previously?
I don't even remember. I don't remember that far. I don't even know what my relationship with that was at that time, but yeah, I just know, things fizzled out, man. And then, man, that was that. And the ends was a bit awkward. Coming to uni to now see Trez was a bit awkward, but Trez wasn't there. Trez
did Trez know about it? I don't even know if
No, Trez knew about it. Trez 100% knew about it. But, and obviously maybe a bit awkward towards him at first, but his energy is nothing of that, you know what I'm saying? It's calm. And obviously, you know, those that I can, that I've had the pleasure of kind of reconciling, not really, but it was cool to box with my man. That was a nice moment because years after, you know, like everyone is grown and...
Were any of the people on the op side, did they go on to achieve negativity?
I'm sure some of them did, but you know, I don't even know. I didn't know half of them. The ones that I do know, everyone's calm, but the rest that I didn't know, you know, random to me. So I couldn't even comment on that respectfully.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the mud, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures. 3-course meals for dinners. 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different. Cause the bag is different.
This can't come out.